to SRL. Season 8 is over.
Hello everyone, welcome to this week's 2SRL race in Tier 2. We're here in France. France is a country in Europe, and I'm joined with Kimmy. Bye Kim.
Hello, let's go. We got a full grid today, so that's very exciting to see, and you are correct, France is indeed a country in Europe.
Randomly switching through cars, even though I'm not clicking anything. Epic retires from the session.
Yeah, he's got a quali ban.
Oh yeah, quali ban, right.
That is what he's doing.
Meanwhile, his teammate Goran is the first car on track, so we can expect him to be the first one setting a lap time. If he doesn't invalidate, France is one of those tracks where it's easy to extend track limits, considering it literally has no non-asphalt runoff. So in that aspect, it's not really a nice track to look at. At least I don't particularly enjoy looking at this track.
I mean, it's okay. It's just they could have done something different apart from having blue lines everywhere, I feel.
I mean, for me personally, it just feels a bit bland. But anyways, from my experience,
it does.
From my experience in on this track in racing, it's usually brings out some good racing. In real life, not so much, but in the game, there's quite a few overtaking spots. And if you go for moves, you usually need to go around a corner around the outside because it has quite a lot of long corners. So yeah, usually when you go for a move, you kind of just need to send it and make it happen. Just open up chat. Dragon, you phone with us. What's up, Dragon?
Yeah, Dragon always here supporting us. It's great to see him in chat yet again.
My man, Dragon.
He really doesn't have anything better to do than watch a 2SL Tier 2 before his Tier 1 race.
He's watching for the strat. Even though the strat I think is a medium hard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is. Well, if you start outside the top 10, obviously.
Outside the top 10, yeah, it's a medium hard. But the softs are not really too good of a tire, I think.
No, they depreciate pretty quickly. I'd say. Is that the word to say?
Degrade.
I don't know. Degrade. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Depreciate. I don't know. It means the same thing. Just
That's an interesting word.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, man, if the Paul Ricard in GT3 had this layout, I would enjoy it so much more.
I don't think I would. I really like the long straight, to be honest. And GT3 cars, considering under the way they drive with dirty air and without dirty air, is very different to F1 cars. So you'd get a draft, but you barely gain any position, or you get barely gain any time on the guy ahead of you. So therefore, the long straight is nice to have.
For me,
Well,
it's the straight, like, it lasts like almost, what, 15 to 20 seconds?
Yeah, but as you said earlier, I remember you saying this. It's long enough to swipe Tinder, and if you can do
Yeah.
that while you're driving, then you're having a good time.
Yeah, but at some point, because depending on where you live, there's not many more people on Tinder to swipe on. Anyways,
That
we
is
got some
true.
first laps in. Goran, who was the first one to set a lap, set a 28.9 on softs, which is not really too much of a competitive time, as Big Mike is currently the one on provisional pole. Although
Big
the
Mike
first,
or Vicky.
out of
It
the
says Vicky for me, or does it say Big Mike for you? Oh, it does say again. Why? I had this in another. So for me, Vicky is his name in Discord as well, but for some
maybe you
reason,
have him nicknamed on Steam as well.
no, I don't. I've added him as a friend. He was Vicky last week. For some reason, this week he changed to Big Mike, but I think my game's glitched again and made him Vicky again in
Okay,
game.
let's refer to him as Big Vicky.
Big Vicky.
Big Vicky. Neon Race in chat says, I wonder how bad I'll do today. I really can't understand why redacted words, I lose time here.
I don't know. Do you press throttle hard enough?
Yeah, maybe your throttle is just not going to the max. Actually, Samirian from Tier 1, he used to have that problem with the beautiful G29 wheels, pedals, where the throttle blipped and never went full throttle really. So that usually costs some time. So, you know, unless you know for a fact that's not one of the things, then besides that I can't really help you. Anyways, we've got a 20 car grid, right? We need to talk about that a bit. I think usually we've had like 18, 19, 17, you know, almost 20. And as I said before, France is one of those tracks where racing tends to be a lot better in the game than in actual real life. And having a 20 car grid for today's race makes me a bit excited. Going into commentary, I was like, oh, you know, like, is it gonna be another one of those races? As I see bollards flying around there. But then I saw 20 car grid on France, and I was, you know, butterflies in my stomach. Because I remember last year when I commentated Tier 3 here, it was a blast of a race. So.
Yeah, that's very true. I remember commentating this race for Sonny on Tuesday. Shout out to Sonny for stepping in for commentary, and it was actually a really good race. It was quite fun to commentate. A lot of good moments, and Tier 3 always has good moments. And speaking of good moments, I think Silent right here on a hot lap with the medium tires could potentially get into the top 5 by the looks of it. We'll have to see what he's able to produce though, because it is difficult to qualify in the top 10 with those medium tires, but it can be done, especially with the driver with the skill that Silent has.
Yeah, I also want to point out Eddie is back here. Eddie raced for I think 2 whole seasons. He kind of joined 2SRL same time as I did. I mean, because of Eddie, I kind of got into league racing. I remember when I joined another league for the first time, and Silent goes P5, 28.7 on those mediums. It's a really good time. We have a fun story with Eddie. Me and him kind of started league racing on the same race in another league. I went in and I was a bit like, I don't know anyone. It's my first league race ever. So I'll just invite Eddie to come, and he managed to sign up as a reserve like 5 minutes before the race. So yeah, then we did our first league race, and yeah, now we're here. He stepped in for comms a couple times, so you know, like.
So you guys go way back.
Well, yeah, like 2 years or 1. 2, I don't even remember. It's not that long back, but.
No, it's not that. It's not way back. It's back. You guys go back.
Ooh, Kinwin gets really sloppy across the line there. I think he just wanted to invalidate the lap. Yeah, I think he invalidated on purpose there. I don't think he wanted. I don't think he wanted the lap time on the softs. But yeah. As I was saying, me and Eddie, we go back. We used to play a lot of Arma 3 and just other games besides racing. So.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing of 2SRL as well. It's not just racing focused. We have a bunch of other games going on as well.
And ACC.
And ACC. Well, we gotta do the weekly ACC shout out, don't we?
I mean, ACC is not really racing. It's more like a lifestyle, no?
ACC is like the Chad, and F1 is like the Virgin. You know. That's just. That's how I see it. Anyways.
And if only there was ACC on Saturdays.
Oh yeah. About that. I'm just gonna stay silent for now.
Silent. Talking about Silent, you have both the Force Indias who are deciding to go in mediums. XCSP on an outlap on mediums here.
Yeah. Oh my god, what a segment. Alright, and with that, I'm gonna quickly actually have to mute myself because I have to quickly go for 2 minutes.
That was a pretty good
God.
segment. Totally
Yeah, it
planned out
was.
before the stream. We were reading it off the script here.
Yeah, it's a good script produced by Neth. He wants Tier 2 to be more entertaining, and here we are.
He
Anyways,
hired
I'll be right back.
professional comedians to write the script for us. That's why we're funnier than usual today. Then again, we're usually quite funny. Looking at the laps here, Hammer is on a lap himself. Just starting this back straight, opening up the RS. Didn't see a sector 1 time. Sector 1 is... sector 2 is kind of the easy one. You just need a good exit out of that turn 4, turn 5. I don't even know what it is. Down the straight into turn 9. You know, kind of good exit again because this is all the way flat out to turn 11 now. Through that fast right-hander and then going into another looping right-hander. This is one of the places where you could potentially see people going side by side, especially if they get a good run out of the chicane in the middle of the track. And if they do go side by side, it ends in 2 ways: either a car spinning out or one of those moments that makes you say "hog." But yeah, anyways, Hammer coming towards the line here through turn number something. I completely do not know turn numbers. That turn 18 is the last turn. Okay. So I'm just gonna subtract up next time. Anyways, he's gonna cross the line here with a 27.5, putting him on provisional pole for now. 6/10 clear off of Big Vicky in P2. So yeah, that's a pretty good lap from Hammer here. Is Legend racing? I saw is in the reserve list. Legend would be one of those people where you'd say, oh, what's Legend gonna do? Neth going into the pit, so Neth put a lap that I completely missed, 28.9, I think it was invalidated. And yeah, not really too competitive lap times on the soft, so I'm expecting, especially everyone outside of the top 10 wanting to go for a medium run. But what's Eddie doing here? Eddie is on a soft run, so maybe does he want to qualify on the softs to get into the top 10 and start inside the top 10, or will he choose to go for the medium hard strategy? Who knows? Meanwhile, I'm just gonna try to check the board. Okay, turn 14. Wait, so that's turn 50? Oh, 50, not 18. Okay, good to know, good to know. And Eddie will cross the line, and it's gonna be a 28.6, putting him P8. So depending how the session is gonna go towards the end, and considering there's quite a few cars that have yet to set times, Eddie could potentially be looking for a P11 maybe even.
Alright, I've just returned and I see the Hammer's gone provisional pole, so there's no surprise there. 27.5, that's pretty.
And Karsik
pretty
as
good
well put a lap time in that I completely missed. Well, outlap. Is this outlap? No, there's Trevor.
Oh.
Trevor, oh, that's in lap. I want to find an outlap here. I want to do, oh, Kinwin. Okay, Kinwin is, I just want to do an onboard run of the whole lap, just to see, for everyone to see how the track is. Anyway, Kinwin starting his lap outside of turn 15. Nice exit there, he was preparing it, crosses the line, lap starts now. Going into turn 1, braking, just where he broke there. Turn 1 and turn 2, easy to invalidate. You want a good exit because again, it's just such a weavy track. Like, it has quite a nice flow to it, to be honest. And this part here is probably the one part of the track which I don't really enjoy in the F1 cars because it's really understeered of turn 5 and turn 6. Out of turn 6, you really just want the best exit as you possibly can because the straight's pretty long. Also, you got DRS popping up right here. And this is usually where a lot of the DRS overtakes actually happen. Going into turn 7, the chicane.
Big Mike or Big Vicky. Oh, never mind. I don't know what. For some reason, I saw a fancy slap big for Vicky, but sorry.
Yeah, I have that on all lap. I mean, all qualifying already. So it's just another Codemasters thing. I mean, this long right-hander of turn 11 is just probably one of the. Would I say it's one of my favorite corners in F1? It is enjoyable to do it right. Like when you hook up the corner right, it's really like just really good.
Yeah.
And when you go for a move there, it's also phenomenal. So.
Yeah, so we've got some really close racing here, like potential. Obviously not IRL, because 30 air is much more of a thing in IRL than it is in this game. And I guess
Skinwin goes, doesn't improve in his time, or improves barely, is in P12, but Joel goes P3, 27.9 as well, 2 hundredths
yeah,
off of Karsik in P2. So
yeah,
Big Vicky is falling off, but he is on a lap though, and he is improving.
Big Vicky doing well here so far. He's improved by just over half a tenth. So small improvements to sector 1, but it's enough to probably, let's see if he keeps his pace up, enough to get to top 3. Another thing is everyone's on soft tires now, so the medium running people have decided to try and quality on the softs. I'm going to quickly turn that off.
Also, we do not know if the race is going to have rain, right? I am guessing it won't, because I saw some people try to do medium runs, especially starter quali. One of those people being Silent in XTXP. Also, one of the people that I'm a bit surprised, even though he said in chat that he loses time here, is Neon Race, who's down in P14 with the 29.0. Anyways, Big Vicky coming into the last sector here. Just through the last corner he's going to go through now, so let's see what lap time this is going to be. I completely missed his sector 2 time, sector 1.
Silent and Nev as well. Both of them saying really fast times, and let's see what Vic can do crossing the line here. And he sets a better lap, but it's not enough to jump in any position.
Look how close it is there. So top 6 currently all within the 127s. Silent 110 clear though, 27.3, then Net, and then Hammer within 2/10 of each other. But Karsik to Big Mike, it's all within 700s. So really close there from P4 to P6.
Yeah, I just remember, did we post this in the broadcasting chat? Because we don't really have a lot of viewers, which is a little bit of a hollow moment, but whatever. Let's throw this in. There we go. Alright.
Yeah, that's why I just close the stream so I don't see the viewers, and I just pop out the chat.
Yeah, no, I have the stream running on the left as well. You know, I can.
Yeah, I also can't afford, because then my PC just says and just stops.
Yeah, that's true.
So looking at people who is yet to set times, Crystals, who is usually one of the people who can contend for a race win, but has just had a very unlucky season so far. Then you have Larson and NJJ, who have yet to set lap times, and Epic, of course, who had a quali ban.
Yeah. I wonder what Epic can do coming from the back. We know he's a strong driver. He's had a bit of issues last race, but well, actually, as I say that, Dragon in chat saying Crystals would do a last to first challenge. Well, it would be nice to see a last to first challenge. Crystal is definitely a fast driver, but he's been, I'd say, hit with quite a lot of unlucky situations so far, and maybe this is the race where he finally gets on that podium.
Meanwhile, Hammer is finishing up his lap here. Didn't see his sector times, but through the last corner. I wonder if he will be improving. You know what would be funny, or would be nice, if you actually got one of those proper F1 overlays, which just shows you how fast sectors were, and he goes P2. So that's a good lap from Hammer there. Gets past Neff, and is 700ths off of Silent here. But I don't think he has enough time to go for another lap, or I don't think he wants to go for another lap on these tires, especially not after burning ERS and already done one lap. Softs are not the preferred tire here. But I don't see anyone trying to go on mediums inside the top 10. Currently, Zola in a really good position in P11, because he will be the highest of the medium runners if he chooses to do so. Dixie retires as well. Don't remember how Dixie did last week, as I didn't commentate, but I remember in Baku he did an amazing performance. I think he finished on the podium, P2, was it? With him being probably the fastest car on track at some point as well. So
yeah, I just had a massive brain fart. Well, sorry, one sec. Alright, so Fidevera and chat. I keep forgetting who that is. I know is it oh, it is Crystals, of course. Right. Yeah, so I always forget. But yeah, so we want to see you do that last to first challenge.
So Hammer's still, you know, up in the P2 top 2 places right now. I don't think there's anyone on the track that is on a lap. Actually, Joel is on a lap. Actually, never mind. There's quite a few people on laps. Joel's on a lap, and Carsick is on an in lap. So I think Joel is going to be one of the people challenging for that pole or trying to improve in the position. He is really close to improving on Carsick. He's only 200s off. Neon Race says nice.
Well, I mean, I think Neon Ray's his quali lap was on medium tires. He did say in chat that he doesn't understand why he loses time here. It's definitely not a characteristic performance from him, but maybe come race time.
It wasn't mediums, but I think that can probably be explained. Like he doesn't want to drive on softs. I mean, I've said it so many times. There's just some tracks, like this Mexico as well. I think, or Mexico's just straight up two stop. I think, but just some tracks, Bahrain even perhaps, where you don't really want to be on softs, or softs just are not the best tire because the degradation on them is insane. Anyways, yeah. Joel does not improve in his time.
I want to point out, sorry, how close is between Karasik and XTXP?
Oh yeah, it really is. Oh, within 1/10 as well. Those 700s actually.
And then we have Trevor Linden down to Goran all in 28 ones, and Alex Ander in 28.2, and then the rest are 28.5, 26. So it's definitely we have tight packs in the field. It's quite good to see.
And again, when it comes race pace, it might be completely different in race pace wise.
Yeah.
Quali pace, there's people that are usually better qualifying and then come race. If you look at ACC, when it comes to qualifying, I'm better than
pole in Barcelona season 3.
Yeah. And then in the race, follow.
And then the race you killed Alex.
To be fair, I am objectively the better driver, so he should have left me space. Thank you.
Of course, yeah. When you're coming from so far behind, he definitely should have left the space. But anyways.
To be honest, you know what happened? When I went to the pits, for some reason they didn't change my tires, or they put me on really flat spotted tires that I had in practice, which I spun on like 5 times in one lap. So going into that corner, my car just didn't stop because the tires were so flat spotted.
Just lock up after lock up.
Yeah. So that's why I spun Alex out. But yeah, that's it is what it is. I got pole, and I'm gonna flex with that for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I beat him by 0.033 of a second, and then I think the next time someone beat him on pole, which was Push, I think, in season 4, he beat him for 0.033 of a second as well. So the gap was the same.
Yeah.
2 times he got beat him for pole.
Very, very close. I mean, I think we say this quite often with tier 2. In qualifying, the performance is very close, especially with the top 6 drivers.
Yeah, but then what happens in the race is Hammer just does something. No clue what.
Hammer engages hammer time, I think. I think that's what it is. Yes, I did just say that.
I'm quite in shock, to be honest. I wasn't expecting that today. Like, we're halfway through the season. The amount of hammer time jokes that could have happened, and I feel like this was the first one.
I honestly think so as well. I don't remember. I don't recall another hammer time joke.
Oh, but Big Mike still with the fastest lap though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Big Mike. Anyways, I don't think there will be rain, or I don't think there will be rain anytime soon.
I mean, considering Paul Ricard's in the south of France, I doubt there will be rain, because that's generally quite a warm climate.
Yeah, of course it's not Bahrain, so it's not gonna rain. Anyways, we've got top 10 obviously on softs. Then we have Alexander in P11 on mediums, Larson in P12 on hards, then Zola and Dixie 13 and 14 both on mediums, Eddie P15 on hards, and then NJJ in P16 on softs.
Maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe he's got some Owen spamming "Let's go Neon" in chat. Yeah, we can support him all you want.
Let's go.
Let's go Neon.
I like the second one more where he says let's
go.
Anyways, then we got Kinu in P17 on mediums, Neon Rays on hards, I said it so many times. Neon Rays is just something else when it comes to hards. So yeah, Neon Rays is really good when he's on hards.
He does produce harder ones.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And then Epic and
so
Crystal's
bad.
P19 and P20 both the mediums. Well, it is getting kind of cloudy, no? Like maybe
guess.
maybe there is going to be rain, and NJJ's like,
He's
you know
just
what?
big-brained it. No,
I
I
mean-
don't know. We'll have to see.
Potentially, right? Like,
Yeah, there's always the potential. I
But-
think we've yet to have a wet race though in 2SRL Tier 2.
maybe it is for the better that we don't have it.
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
who's that? Is that Crystal's really far back on the track? Yes, Crystal's.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, they're gonna have to sit in the pit box for quite a while, and Crystal's just gonna be on fresh tires. This is all part of his last to first challenge.
So if Neon wins, Kimi lets Owen in the ACC yellow team. I think that's completely reasonable, right?
Sure.
Perfect.
I-
Okay. We have a
Sure,
bet. We have
Owen.
a bet.
I'll allow it.
None of you are
stream's a bit
Dutch,
laggy,
so
by the way,
betting
but,
is none of it is none of you are Dutch, so it's allowed to bet. Anyways, we got 5 red lights going on. Car start revving now as Silent is full throttle, revving it out. On pole, is he gonna take P1 into turn 1? Gets a decent start off the line. Out of the back, there's already cars jumping all the way. Silent with the phenomenal start off there. Hammer and
Karstik as well. Great
yeah,
start
Karstik
for
as well.
him. He
Karstik
takes
and
Neff.
Nev going side by side. Nev
Oh.
runs really wide there, but he's gonna be
There's a
coming
bit of
back.
carnage in the back there. I
And
think we're
that's-
okay for now.
As Joel on the inside of Nev as well. I think there's a bit of wheel bumping there. Nev keeping his line. Joel has the inside for here, so I think Joel's gonna go back. There's Renault that's going off track there. Nev and Joel fighting it out. And we also have Goran and Big Mike. There's already a penalty. Dixie, 3-second penalty for corner cutting. Don't know what happened there.
early. I think Dixie, I saw him actually go off the road, and I think he might have, the way he took the corner, he might have cut the whole corner and just get an instant 3 seconds.
We have Neon Rays in the back though, going past Larson here. Hopefully none of these guys have any damages. There's a yellow flag up in front, and that's Alexander who's around. He's on the back of Larson here. Seems like he has the better exit, but Larson, Neon Rays, there's so much fighting going on everywhere on the track. Also Trevor Linden and Dixie going side by side through that turn 10. And around the outside now, Trevor Linden into turn 11. Is he gonna keep it? He's on softs, and he has the traction on the mediums. And might have been a bit of contact there, but Trevor gets up in front of Dixie here. That was a nice move from him. Also NJJ and Eddie fighting it out. Ooh, and there's Epic who had contact, half spin back there, drops all the way down to P20 here.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate start there for Alexander and Larson, both of them dropping 7 positions. Epic, with the quali ban, didn't start last for some
Started
reason.
19th because
Started
Crystals
19th.
didn't set a lap time, so.
Of course, alright. But anyways, I think Furious, yeah, I'm just looking at the timing board, and he was the guy that was closest to, I would say, but yeah, again, the first few laps and are always a bit chaotic and it's hard to follow everything that's going on. But Crystal's leading the pack from P15 down to P20. And I think one of them has wing damage. I saw one of the Mercedes get wing damage. I'm not sure if it's Crystals or Kinwin though.
Crystals has wing damage. He's missing the right end plate.
Yeah. So he's gonna definitely struggle, and I think Neon Ray is under attack now from Alexander.
And Neon Rays is on hards versus those mediums. The mediums are definitely the faster tire here. With the slipstream, Alexander's going to go for the inside here into the chicane. And I think he will be getting the move, but he just bumps it into Neon Rays. Neon Rays holding his line on the inside there. But the mediums are just going to have better traction, and I think that's going to allow Epic to go past as well. But
It's the wall!
Oh, and that's just...
Oh. Neon, no! And
that's a
the
virtual
virtual
safety
safety car. Yeah.
car.
That was, There's a lot of bumping, to say the least. I think that's completely ruined Neon Ray's strat on the medium tires.
Well, there might still be a safety car, but yeah, unless there's a safety car, I think both Alexander and Neon Rays are just out of the race here.
Yeah, I think so too. And we already have 4 people pitting. XTXP, Fury. Oh, the numbers are going. Dixie and Larson, Neon Rays, all of them in the pits.
Neon
As
Rays
Neon
retires.
Rays retires. So Owen.
Yeah, I don't know if that
We'll
was...
have to wait.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
mean,
quite ready for Team Yellow yet.
I
Neon has disappointed you.
well, oh yeah, I completely forgot that was that was the Team Yellow on the line here, but VSC
We're
ending
green
here,
again.
and we're going green. There's quite a bit of gap between where is it? I think Trevor and Goran, so P7 and P8, and then from Trevor to NJJ. Trevor's kind of in no man's land right now, no one in front, no one behind. Yeah, Owen, sad to hear that. But yeah, I think, I mean, you can't really talk about what happened until we actually look at it again. Zola going for a move onto Eddie here on the inside. Eddie on those hard tires on the slower tire, keeping his line on the inside. Zola on the outside, though, gets the move done. Look pretty nice. Crystals as well there. With the damage, going past Eddie, I think those hard tires are just not as fast as the mediums right now at this point in the race.
Yeah, Neon Racing F1 2020 is leaving his PC. I agree. ACC much better. You will be very welcomed here. Much better sim.
Still side by side though, Zola and Kinwin, or Crystal, sorry. It's beautiful racing from them two through turn 11 and turn 12. And what happened there might have been a tiny bit of contact, but Crystals gets past Zola, and now Eddie's on the back of him.
Yeah, so Crystal's actually making up quite a lot of positions.
There's Kinwin who steps the back of Eddie, making Eddie go deep. Epic try to capitalize off of that one, but there's this is getting quite scrappy here.
Spicy battle here.
Quite a few cars involved in it. Epic as well, trying to fight his way up on the field after that qualifying ban. Side by side with Zola. Actually, wait, is he ghosting through Zola here? What's happening?
I think he is ghosting. I don't really know what's going on there.
Crystal's getting a 3-second time penalty, and are they desyncing?
Oh, I don't know what's going on. That's some weird F1 game. A lot of brake failures in this race. Yeah, I guess that's one way to do it. But yeah, this as I see Crystal's going very wide there, and this battle seems to be a little bit knee-jerky the way the cars are handling. Quite curious as to what's happening, to be honest. I think it could be just be funny F1 game, physics or lobby.
Yeah, but here we have the Scandinavian battle, Epic versus Eddie, Sweden versus Finland. And
does Finland count as Scandinavian?
It does, right? I would say it is Scandinavian.
Yeah, I mean...
Is Epic gonna go for it in turn 11? No, okay, he's not. I thought he was gonna go... Oh! Oof. That was close. He... Man, I had to... that was a bit... that was a hard stopper. Yeah, that was a hard stopper right there.
Yeah.
It got really, really close. Luckily,
he
stomped on the brakes because that could have ended badly for both of them. But yeah, Epic might have been getting a bit frustrated right now. He is on the faster tires. Just read the chat for a second, see what's happening here.
Yeah, Jensen and Neon just sort of talking about his incident, it seems.
I actually did see something similar yesterday in another league, but which I still don't know if it was desync or not by this point. But yeah, it's interesting. I feel like the game is quite laggy sometimes, so it could be desync, could be just I don't know. Until we see like maybe POVs or something, it's not really any use talking about it.
Sorry, Epic on Eddie now. Epic goes towards the inside, and I think he's already got the move done before the corner, which he has, and that's an easy DRS overtake there for Epic on Eddie, and seems like Sweden wins this round.
And Goran and Joel fighting it out as well. So yeah, Goran getting past Joel, or switching back positions yet again. Looking down the grid though, I think Eddie and Epic's battle is going to go for quite some time. But I wonder how these soft runners are going to do. Hammer 8/10 off of Silent here, keeping within the DRS, just barely though, just barely hanging on, 9/10 now. If it's going to keep going on at this rate, I think Hammer might lose DRS in a lap or two. Then again, I do not know what lap soft runners.
No, we really don't have the information like that.
That also might come down to me and you just completely not playing this game at all.
Yeah, we don't play the game, so we don't know. But yeah, I see Big Mike here on the back of Joel, and I think he's gonna try and push for a move soon. Joel's slightly slipping out of that DRS range for Goran, so that could be costly for him if he does manage to slip out. Jensen in chat saying lap 7 or 8 is when the soft tires they go off.
Interesting. So Hammer basically just needs to stand within the DRS of Silent till he goes into the pits then, and he has it now on the back straight, which is really where you want to have the DRS.
Should we bring attention back to Epic and his drive to try and get back into the points. He got a bit of a slidey exit there, but he's gaining on Crystals yet again.
Yeah, and keep in
with
mind,
the
Crystals
DRS
has
open.
wing damage though, and the
Yeah.
penalty.
Yeah, Epic
Joel and
maybe
Big
gonna
Mike
go for
fighting
move
though.
here.
Joel and Big Mike fighting.
Oh, yeah.
And
Let's
this
have
this might be a side by side through turn 10, but I think Big Mike has the better run. But yeah, Joel backs off,
Yeah, but
and it's
Joel
gonna be
could do a bit of a cutback into the long right-hander here. Decides not to. Both of them go kind of wide actually. But that's a fine line. Joel's just staying behind now, and I think he's gonna try collect his thoughts and mount an attack. And actually, wait, Can You Win and Zola having a little bit of a scrap. I think Zola managed to get his way past into the final.
as Neth is going into the pits. Neth who just picked up a penalty as well this lap. So Neth picking up a penalty, and he will be the first one to go into the pits. But following him are Joel and Trevor Linden as well. And just to answer Jonah in chat, life in Slovakia is beautiful. Thank you.
Beautiful, amazing.
I love Slovakia.
Anyways, yes, don't we all? So the battle with Epic, Crystals, and Eddie is getting more spicy as Epic picks up a 3-second time penalty, but he's very close behind Crystals now. Could this be the time where he's gonna open his DRS and just sail past Crystals, or will Crystals be able to get a greater exit and defend?
Oh, as Crystals actually goes quite wide there, so this could be where Epic makes his move. I think that front wing damage is definitely hurting Crystals, and yeah, Crystals defending the inside, but Epic with the DRS will just go past her on the outside. Talking about Epic though, if we look at the cars around him, Crystals 70% ERS, Eddie 50% ERS, Epic is on 15, so Epic really low on ERS right here. In chat they're talking about Hammer using assists. I think he might have turned down medium TC to just no TC at all. I remember last year in Tier 3 he was driving medium TC. I'm not sure anymore if he still uses it, but anyways, Hammer is a fast driver, and I think it wouldn't take him long to adapt. Oh yeah, line is a big assist. Well,
line is an assist for people who can't be bothered to sweat every track, I believe.
F1, look, like I can drive any game without line, but F1 I just need to have a line on. As
same here.
Who does he going into? Crystals pitting lap 8 on the medium, so Crystals is probably going to go to hards here. Hammer pitting as well, Karsik pitting as well. Silent and NJJ staying out, going for an overcut on those soft tires. NJJ, who started P16, I think, really far out the top 10, deciding to start in the mediums, and he's 14 seconds off of P1 here. Right behind Epic, who started on mediums compared to those softs.
Yeah, I think Epic's really turned up the heat now, and he's trying to...
Oh, and Kinwin and Zola fighting it out. I think there might have been some contact there. Zola going off and giving back the position. I think because otherwise he could have just cut the corner and kept it. So that's nice to see from Zola there.
Yeah, it's good to see sportsmanship.
Crystals, yeah, who had to repair the damage, is all the way back to P18 right now, so starting last to first as well, or almost last to first after the pit stop, as there's quite a few penalties, one of them being Crystals, who picks up his second penalty, so he's on 6 right now. Zola and Kinwin fighting it out again, Zola dropping a position, or is this still glitched out from before? I'm really losing track of what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't know. At least Big Mike is not setting the fastest lap anymore, that's always something. Anyways. Neth right now quite close to XTXP here, even though Neth does have a 3-second time penalty, but he's been quite rapid this race, a little bit under the radar, but I think he's going to try and make a move very soon on XTXP.
NJJ gets a 5-second penalty for pitting in the speed lane, silent pitting.
Pitting in the speed lane.
Well, that's not what I want. Okay, man, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, both of them fitting this lap, so let's see if Hammer's undercut is going to work, and I think it is. Is it? Hammer will be getting... Oh,
he will.
Oh, and he will... But Silent are on the outside, and I think Silent... Oh, this is really close though, and they have cars in front. Zola is, I think, disconnected.
There's so much going on. Silence is going to want to navigate through these cars as quickly as possible as Hammer is breathing down his neck. A lot of carnage going on up there actually right now. Kinyuan and Zola not doing them any favors
Zola
at
leaves
all.
the session, and so this car is going to be ghosted here. They're all going to have so many people around. What is... Okay, this is fucking full focus now, Kimmy. So Kinwin, Hammer getting past Kinwin here, so that's one down for Hammer. Next one up ahead is Silent, Silent who will be trying to make a move on Zola Zola here. His ghosted car will just be going through him. Hammer is as well. Maybe a bit hesitant there in case the car just decides to unghost itself. So
it seems like Neth has made his way up to net P3 as well now.
Oh yeah, as well, but he does have penalties, so keep that in mind. Also, something might have happened to Eddie here, because he was really close to Epic, but now all of a sudden he's 3.3 seconds off, so he was already 2 seconds off last lap. So yeah, I don't know what happened. As Kinwin, Furious, and also, oh, that's Zola's car, I forgot, and Neth going past, so there's still a lot of fighting going back here.
Yeah, this is not to do Neth any favors, as he needs to try and get past these two drivers as soon as possible to try and potentially catch up to the top 3, or give himself that 3-second gap he needs.
Kinwin's on the inside there, and Kinwin's not gonna have the best exit. That's Furious who's gonna go, and Kinwin makes a mistake. So Neth goes past Kinwin here as well, and next is gonna go past Kinwin, and I think Karsik is gonna go past Kinwin as well. So that one mistake to the last turn fighting.
He's called. Ooh, Neth might have a look up the inside in turn 1. No, he decides to back out of it for now, as he can just stay behind Furious and get a DRS and make a clean overtake into I don't know which turn.
I think he might have made a mistake here, because XXP's all over him, and XXP looking for a move onto Neth here, and he's gonna get the move done. So XXP goes past Neth. So there's quite a lot of
there's so much happening at the moment.
This is what I was saying, man. France offers such good racing in the game. It's
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, it's XTP spins! I don't know if that was no XT. Oh, I don't know if that was on throttle or if it was contact with Neth.
I don't know. It's hard to judge. But that's definitely what Neth wants to see, and we have to pay a little bit of attention to Silent and Hammer as well, because they might soon be fighting properly again. But yeah, so Joel making a move on. Oh, okay, Zola's ghosted, but Joel's gonna try and catch up to this train now of how many? 5, 6 drivers? It's,
quite a few drivers. Yeah, we have Hammer and Silent, the net two leaders, or net 2 P1 P2 right now of the race. 6 tenths separating them. So yeah, I think the gap is similar to what it was before. Before it was around 8 tenths, so Hammer really did get around 2 tenths with that undercut. I think the position where Silent came out in the mix with Kinwin and Zola and Furious, it was really chaotic for that that period of 1.5 laps.
Yeah, we can take a breather now. And actually, this Big Mike, I think, is going to try something on Kinwin here, and he does get past as well. So I think Kinwin's mistake has cost him dearly now, as he's really falling behind.
Furious picks up a penalty as well.
Sorry, one sec. I need a...
Yeah, he touched the curb and lost in a total unlucky. Yeah, it's that last curb. It's a bit higher up, I think, right? So the moment you go on it, it's going to cause you to just... Look, you know, that's why we use medium TC. I am an avid supporter of medium TC. Sponsored. Anyways, Hammer 8 tenths off, so he's dropping again. XXP getting past Zola to that mistake. At least there's a ghosted car in the race for him to benefit off of, even though I don't know if that mistake was on his part or if there was contact with Neth. Yeah, it's getting quite close up here up in front. The train is still going on, even though Karsik 9 tenths, 8 tenths might be losing out DRS onto Neth quite soon. And same for Big Mike on Goran, who's 9 tenths and a half, almost 1 whole second behind him. Big Mike, Goran on 3 lap old hards, so is Karsik. Neth 1 lap older hards though than both of them, or all 3 of them. As NJJ and Dixie both getting past Zola here. Epic going into the pits, so lap 11 pit for the mediums. Eddie in the race lead right now. It's not the net race lead though, but if there is a safety car coming out, this would benefit Eddie drastically. Oh, my tongue is getting completely messed up here. Furious though, 2 tenths behind Neth. I think Neth made a move, or is it this way? No, I completely lost track. Where's Kimmy? SMH, he just left. Dixie 3-second tire penalty, but Furious on the faster tire here, or actually, is it? I don't think it is the faster tire anymore, because it was lap 11 pit for Epic, who started on the mediums. So I don't think those Furious mediums will be in too good of a shape right now. Karsik behind him here will be looking for a move with DRS. Furious boosting though, going through his ERS, but Karsik looking for the move on the inside here, sticking his nose in, trying to make Furious make a mistake, but Furious keeping to his line, and Furious is going to keep P5 right now, so that
Oh,
might
actually,
be...
sorry, the Hammer making a move on Silent now, and that's a fight for P1. And currently, the Hammer on the inside of Silent. They're going side by side, and he's made the move stick, but can Silent try and get back under him now? I don't think so, and I think that's the Hammer. Yeah, he's managed to overtake Silent for P1 now.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
It happened all very suddenly, but yeah,
There's
great battle
so much
there.
stuff happening right now in the race. It's... Hammer is up to race lead right now.
Yeah. So I think Hammer right now is a little bit better pace on those hard tires compared to Silent.
So P19 Alexander on softs, 24 seconds off of the closest car, which is Kinwin, who's also quite a way back. So that's really like almost 40 seconds behind the actual pack itself. And I think a lot about that final point will be based down on penalties, looking how the penalties are this race. But yeah, Silent will be trying to fight back to Hammer here. Hammer 56% ERS, so in that front, Silent has a 20% advantage onto Hammer. So even though he lost the position, there's still that small benefit for him.
Yeah, and as we're talking about that, Epic makes his way past NJJ on his journey to try and get back to the top 10 after his quali ban. He's been having a pretty good race so far, I'd say.
And Big Mike with ERS and DRS onto Furious. Furious just leaving him barely enough room on the outside. Big Mike trying to stick it around as there's a yellow flag in the chicane. I don't know what happened here. Oh, there's a car off track there, and that's Eddie. Ooh, yeah. Eddie made a mistake or had contact with someone. I don't know what happened there, but Eddie just dropped quite a lot.
Yeah, and so while this is happening, Silent getting quite close to the Hammer yet again, but I don't think he's going to be able to make a move. He might be able to, but I think this here, Big Mike and Furious, this is the battle to watch as Furious is on older tires and mediums, whereas Big Mike's on fresher new hard tires.
Yeah, and I think wouldn't be surprising if we see Furious spitting one of these laps, maybe in next lap or in 2 laps. I think he will be going into the pits, as he also doesn't have DRS up in front anymore, so Big Mike will, I think, most likely be getting past him this lap.
Yeah, I don't see him sticking around now, and he's definitely going to want to get past as soon as possible to try and catch up to Goran and Karasik to pick up some good points for him today.
As Epic actually says the fastest lap of the race right now. If my thing isn't bugged, that's probably correct.
Yeah, and I think let's have a quickly look at Silent and Hammer now. As Silent with the DRS on Hammer, probably not close enough to make a move, but it'll definitely bring him close enough to think about making a move. Into braking is only 2/10 separating them. The Hammer a little bit slow on exit there. Actually, Silent might be able to use more of his ERS to try and maybe stick up inside. I think it's just a bit too
but look at the ERS difference between them two.
Yeah.
It's almost 30%. So Hammer really using ERS to try to stay in front here. Silent just needs to keep it clean now and just we'll be cheering in chat for Silent here.
Yeah, let's go Hammer. Show the racing point. Yes. And also Big Mike did not make his way past Furious, so Furious actually having a pretty good race for once here, I'd say.
Yep, Furious, I think he's not going to be Furious now unless we jinx him again after that Barcelona where he was just completely unlucky.
Oh. Okay, maybe not Vicky trying around the outs. No, okay, actually he's going to get a better exit though with the DRS. I think this is a move done into turn 1. Goes towards the outside as Furious attacks the inside, but I think he's going to get ahead already by the braking zone, and he does, so that is Big Vicky or Big Mike or Vicky or whatever you want to say up to P6, and only just under 2 seconds behind P5.
Yeah, I agree.
Correct.
Anyways, Silent again on the back of Hammer here with ERS, 30% more though, so he gained 10% on ERS and Hammer, and he's getting within 1/10 of him in the straight. There's another yellow flag, and that's Racing Point who's around, and that's XTXP who goes around for the second time. Those 12 old mediums are not in good shape.
I think Silent, he's not using his overtake though, so even if he has the advantage, he's not using it yet. I think he's just maintaining and saving it. He's probably just wanting to use the overtake come latter stages of the race, where he feels he can pull a gap to the Hammer.
You know, like XTXP, Silent, they're really good friends of Samidia, right? So yeah, and if there's one thing Samidia is known for, it's his tire management, right? So
Yeah.
and they're also driving the pink car, which is
The time management car.
the tire management car. So
With he used to. I mean, Racing Point have the world's best driver in their team right now with Lance Stroll.
true.
It's just
true,
straight up facts. There's no arguing this fact.
True.
And I think they're really representing his skills here today,
True.
especially Silent.
Hashtag force troll.
Mhm.
Anyways, NJJ and Dixie fighting it out into turn 1. NJJ has the inside line, but Dixie goes past NJJ here, so that was a nice move from Dixie, even though I barely caught it, but Dixie's up to P12 right now.
Yeah, and Eddie quite close to Furious as well now, but Eddie has still 15 lap old hard tires, has yet to pit, or did he pit lap? Nah, he's yet to pit.
No, he started on these hard tires.
Yeah.
But I think he will be getting past Furious here, who is staying on those mediums for quite some time. XXP already pit this lap, or he is in the pits right now, or coming out of the pits, and he's going to be coming side by side with Larson, or actually be coming out behind Larson. So, Wimpy, please don't laugh at my boy Stroll. He really is something else. As Silent is getting really close to Hammer here through turn 11. 83% ERS though.
Yeah, I don't think Wimpy should disrespect Stroll like that. He just doesn't know the facts. It's okay. We'll educate him through this stream. It's okay.
Fact number 1 about Stroll. He has the most pole positions in Turkey since 2016.
Another fact about Stroll, he is the only person in Racing Point to have a pole position.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to know about Stroll. Anyways, Eddie going into the pits here, and Furious is staying out for one more lap on those medium tires. So I don't know how long he plans to go on those mediums, because those tires are going to be fried through quite a lot. Net though in P3, 4 tenths behind him we have Karsik, who is on a 1 lap fresher set of hards, and Goran quite close behind as well. Net does have a penalty though, which would just drop him down from that P3 position.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go cut some wood, so I will be right back.
This guy just leaving me again. Alexander picking up another penalty. And we have Trevor Linden up in P9, who is getting closer to Joel, I think. 6 tenths. Epic behind him, though, who's going for a move. Alexander retires in the pits, but while this is happening, Epic going for a move on Trevor Linden here, and that's going to be Epic going up to P9. And the next crop in front for Epic is going to be Joel. Epic is on the freshest set of hards in the race. Actually, no, that's Kinwin, who shares the same tire age, and Zola, who's on a 1 lap fresher tires. But yeah, that's Epic, who is in the top 10 with the freshest tires right now. And Eddie, who also decided to pit this lap, 12 seconds off of the nearest car. I think that spin definitely did cause him to lose quite a lot of time. Yeah, all the way back down to P14. So he's gonna. Ooh, as Neth actually picks up another penalty, and he goes into the pits.
Neth goes into pits, yeah, as well. I don't know if that was on purpose.
I don't think. Trust me, I don't think you go into the pits by accident. Oh, there's a yellow flag. What's that? That's I think NJJ. No, that was Joel. No?
I didn't quite catch that.
Oh no, that's Alexander's retiring car coming out of the pits. Oh, but Silent and Hammer fighting it out again, and Silent has 100% ERS, and he's using.
I think he's really saving it until he's gonna do some pushes on the last 5 laps or something to really cement that overtake.
Use some of it now. He's not even staying in the slipstream. He doesn't want to get too close behind Hammer. I think he just wants to kind of chill out with it, you know. Furious picks up a 3-second time penalty as well, so currently top 5 without a penalty. Eddie without a penalty.
Move, I think. Silent up the inside of Hammer now into the long right-hander. Is he gonna make the move? He makes the move stick, but
That's
Hammer
a nice
might come back.
Silent.
And he does. So Silent back up to P1 now. We saw this coming from a long time away, I think, and he's gonna really, with all that ERS advantage, use that to extend and try and get Hammer out of his DRS zone.
Yeah, he needs to push out of the DRS, but he also needs to be careful, because if he doesn't manage just to push, Hammer still has 50% of ERS, so he can stay close with him for the DRS. So he needs to be careful how much he pushes with that ERS, because he doesn't want to waste too much of it, because if he just burns his ERS right now, it will just mean he won't have it in the latter stages of the race to defend from Hammer.
Yeah, and I think looking at it now, he does seem to be managing it quite well, to be honest. So I think Silent knows what he's doing here, and he probably maybe has radio some idiot in his ears telling him what to do as well. And I think Epic tried to make a move past Joel for P6, but Joel maybe potentially will fight back. No, I don't think so.
So Epic with a really strong drive from P19 up to P6 right now. He is the top driver with a penalty though, so I'm not gonna look at how many penalties each person has. Actually, you know what? I'll look at it. I know some people might want to see it. I always like leaving it a bit for just for the surprise at the end. So we got 3 seconds on Epic, 3 seconds on Joel, 3 seconds on Trevor, 8 seconds on NJJ, 5 of those being a pitting in the speed lane.
Hitting in the speed lane, yes.
Hitting in the speed lane. Then we have 6 on Furious, 6 on Net, 6 on Kinwin, 6 on Dixie, and 3 on XTXP.
Yeah. And quite surprising, no one in the top 5 has a penalty. I think that's pretty
Neth
good.
getting past Furious here.
Yeah.
So Neth on those soft tires, he needs to do 9 laps on them almost, so the softs are not going to be in good condition toward the end, and he might even risk a puncture. Next car up in front for him though is Eddie, who just had that thing happen to him in the chicane, which I don't think I know what it was. But yeah, it cost him quite a lot of time.
Yeah. Do we know why Neth decided to pit? Is it to try and avoid taking points away from the main drivers, as he is the manager?
I don't know.
I think he's mentioned it before that he doesn't like taking points away or getting podiums. And I say to that, well, the main drivers can just get better. And saying that Neth on on Eddie now makes a move and gets past up to P11. Still has 10 seconds to catch up to NJJ. So.
Well, both Eddie and Neth are reserves, so them fighting it out doesn't really harm anyone, and the gap to P10 is quite massive. So, yeah, I don't think Neth can potentially close up to P10, but by the time he will be there, I don't think the softs will be in condition for him to fight any longer. Anyways, on the back here, we have Dixie and Kinwin fighting it out. Dixie really close to Kinwin on the faster tire with DRS. Will be getting the move done on the straight.
Yeah, he gets a great run there, and he's already up the inside. And yeah, that's oh, maybe not quite. Okay, no, okay, never mind. That's the move done.
Looking back up in front though, Hammer having a 10% ERS advantage now, so the tides are changing a bit here. And Hammer might be the one going for a move towards the later stages of the race, but there's 6 laps left to go. They're almost equal on ERS.
Epic, I think Epic has had a mistake of some sort as Joel makes his way past.
No, Joel went.
Oh,
Joel went into
sorry. Never mind. Never mind. It just said Joel was ahead in the. Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, Epic. That gives him a little bit of a breather as Trevor Linden is might just be in DRS range this time around, but he's definitely not got NJJ. Sorry, Joel. Oh, I'm getting confused. Joel behind him applying that pressure.
Actually, what did I just say? Races like these, where there's so much happening, I just cannot talk at the later stages.
We both sort of go into Crofty mode and say everything that's wrong.
Yeah, everything that is wrong. But what is not wrong is Lance Stroll supporters leading the race and fighting for the win.
Sure.
Also, Silent and Hammer, the 2 championship contenders. Hammer still having a massive lead up in front in the standings right now. As that's happening, let me just.
But Silent is sort of gaining it back now. I think he does have a massive lead, but if Silent can keep this P1 for now, that's gonna help him.
Also keep in mind, Silent is on the fresher tires.
Yeah. It's 1 lap fresher, but still fresher. Let's see. The Hammer again. It's just it's like a carbon copy, but just the cars or the roles reversed now. With Hammer chasing Silent with a lot of ERS and Silent, a little bit less now as well. So maybe the Hammer is lining up a move to overtake again to the final, on the final lap.
Yeah, I think this is really one of the only fights happening on track right now. We also have P12 and P11, Furious and Eddie. Besides that, I think it took 22 laps for them to
space out.
Yeah, which I don't particularly mind. I think having a relaxing last 5 laps is completely fine.
Yeah. It's a sort of we've still got a really intense battle here for P1 though, so don't go anywhere. We gotta see who's gonna win, Hammer or Silent, and then also on penalties as well. Who's gonna swap around in the midfield there with the 6 to P10 roll of penalties? And the Furious also quite close to Eddie now. I think that's the only other battle on track at the moment, and I think he's making his way past now. And with the DRS makes the move on Eddie, but he does have a time penalty.
Yeah, and that also has 6 seconds of penalties up in front. So if Furious gets within 3.5 seconds or 3 seconds of Neth, he will be getting that position.
Yeah.
Actually, will he?
Will
no.
he?
Yeah, he will, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But let's go with it.
I think so, right? I cannot count.
Yeah, there's a reason we're 2-2 comms and not tier 1.
I mean, I did do some tier 1 commentary back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, so long, many moons ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Indeed, very much. Like I don't know, 2-3. No, not 2-3 months ago.
No. Like last season, I did tier 3 Australia, which was my first time commentating. And then I was supposed to have a multi-class ACC race after, like on Sunday. And 5 minutes before the race was about to start, Bance messaged me if I can step in for tier 1 comms because they don't have a streamer. And I was like, what? Like my second time commentating going tier 1. I have no clue to do. I mean, even Owen did tier 1 comms.
Yeah, Owen did tier 1. He's saying in the chat right now, even I did tier 1 comms. He says, yes, and Owen, you are now obliged contractually. That's not the right word. Anyways,
yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Owen, from now on, you're a permanent commentator for every tier.
Yeah. You signed up for it when you decided to do that one comm. You can't leave. This is how it is. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Anyways, Hammer. Hammer 4/10 off of Silent here. 80% ERS, and he's boosting now, and he wants to go for it. And look how close he's getting into turn 1. Ooh. Errors video.
Really close. Yeah. But I don't think that's the right place to do it. I think he he still has 80% boost, which is plenty compared to Silent.
He's got 40% up in Silent. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the last 3 laps.
But it's definitely Hammer applying the pressure now. And Owen says once he gets a good mic, well, you know, yeah, get a good mic and then you will be the commentator for tier 1. It's settled.
And tier 2.
And tier 3, yes. POV streams from tier 3. So, the Hammer into the back of Sign a little bit there. I think there was a slight touch, or was it a little bit of freeze on my screen? I'm not sure.
I don't think he came close to touching him, but Hammer wants to get past or wants to force Silent into a mistake here. There's the last 3 laps about to start.
Yeah, and also Big Mike coming under pressure from Goran here. So there's going to be a few battles come the end of the race with the last lap. I think we're going to see some moves. It's going to be good. So I'm excited to see who's going to win this race.
I saw there's a move happening in the back. I think it might have been...
Yeah, it's Joel and Eddie.
Yeah, Joel and Eddie, right?
Yeah.
Furious within 3 seconds of Neth here. Neth who actually caught up to 4 seconds of NJJ, but yeah, he's got 6 seconds of penalty, so that will not matter. And I think Furious might even be getting a position towards the end of the race.
Yeah.
On the main straight though, this time around, Hammer not close enough to Silent as he was before. But at least this time he will be getting a good exit. Last time he was compromised because of how close he actually was to Silent.
Yeah, I wonder how many warnings I have, both drivers.
You can check actually.
Okay, how do you... It's race director, right?
Race director, yes.
Yeah, okay. Incidents, let's see. Silence. Alright, I don't see anything on silent.
Interesting.
So I actually think Silent. Oh wait, never mind. Silent has 1 warning. And let's see. Well, how many warnings does Hammer have? I'll return shortly with that.
I will return shortly.
Yeah, I don't think actually Hammer has any warnings. So, yeah, Silent with 1 warning, Hammer with no warnings. So I don't think that it's going to be decided on track limits here. This is going to be an on-track battle, and they've been going tooth and nail since the start.
Oh, never mind. It was fine. I felt like it might be a bit of a squirmy exit or a bit too slidey, but yeah, the tires definitely, you can see that they're struggling a bit on them, or the tires might be towards the end of the lifespan. Then again, I do not know. I'm just expecting that 17 lap old cards do not feel as good as 0 lap old softs.
Yeah. That is a good observation you've done there, and they're actually catching Zola Zola now. This might play a little bit of an effect with the dirty air for Silent, and potentially also giving DRS to stay ahead of the Hammer for this lap.
That
So
is,
this could
if he can be close enough to Zola, come the back straight, which I think he will be. Will he get? Yeah, and he does get DRS. Yes. Oh, and this is actually really big for the end of the race. Because
yeah,
even though the
looking
car
at the Hammers, the Hammer probably would have had him on this lap around, considering how close he is, even though Silent has DRS. So Zola Zola here, lifesaver for Silent, but I still think the Hammer is gonna try pull something up for the last lap. This is not over yet.
Oh, this is actually gonna go down to the wire, but
Yeah.
Hammer being really close right now, burning through that ERS, and he might be looking for it into turn 11. I don't think you wanna overtake on the penultimate lap.
No. I mean, Hammer has plenty of ERS to play with anyways, and I think Silent is slowly running out now. He's gonna have to save it and really deploy it all he can. Hammer has 1 more lap to do it. He's 4 tenths behind. He's got much more ERS. He's in... I would hate to be in Silent's position right now. That must be immense pressure behind him.
Yeah, makes you think when he went for a move if it was the right call.
Yeah, well, if he stays
Gets
ahead,
a good
it is
exit
the
out
call.
of the last turn.
Yeah,
but
and
DRS of Hammer is gonna pull him
It's
closer here.
It's not going to be enough though. It's actually, I think they're a little bit more spread out than usual here. 4 tenths separating them still, and Hammer is running out of time now to try and make a move.
He really needs to get this part of the track perfectly though. He really needs to nail every exit. As Nether tires in the pits. Okay, that's still not taking any points away.
Yeah. Let's just finish the race, Lamau. Anyways, Hammer actually gets a really good exit here in Silent.
Yeah, and I think he will be
separating
getting Silent here. Silent
with
boosting.
DRS, both of them boosting as much as they can. Hammer closing in. Is he going to be close enough to make a move? As Silent moves over to the middle of the track to try and protect it. Doesn't make a move yet, but has Silent deployed too much ERS now?
I don't think he has. I think there's enough ERS to stay up in front, but will the slipstream play into effect? But I think Silent has enough of a gap up here, unless Hammer is going to send one down turn 11. If that's going to be the race-winning move, which I think it might be, Silent defending the inside. Here we go.
Silent going to slip it of touching, and I think Silent protects it for now. Hammer is going to get a great exit. Okay, never mind. Gets a little bit slidey on the exit. Silent stays ahead for now. Only a few corners left to go.
I think there's no more chance unless he's going to send one down the last turn. I don't think he's going to be close enough to make the move. It's really good racing for both of them. Hammer!
Oh, he's going to move up the inside! Oh, and Hammer goes around!
Oh, the Hammer!
No!
That's gonna be... that's gonna be Silent winning the race.
Well, Silent wins the race.
I don't know, it might be reported, and then the stewards are going to decide.
Anyways, what a finish.
Was the finish. Luckily, Hammer didn't lose out anything after because... yeah, a 4-second gap up behind. So Karsic P3, also a really good result from him. Didn't mention him at all this race, but yeah, really well done from him.
I think I lost one of my balls in that commentating in the final corner there. Jeez.
Yeah, same.
And Owen, I think you misspelled Silent. Oh, but yeah, that is our
top
French Grand Prix.
Our side. I'm telling you, the French Grand Prix has some good racing in F1. Driver of the day goes to Epic.
I can agree with that, honestly.
I can agree with that one as well.
after
Also,
his suboptimal performance in Canada to come back and with this quality ban and go, I believe it was P6 or something. I think that's a really good
it
performance.
was really high up, and also because it wasn't from it wasn't just like uh, on pits and based on strategy. There was a lot of fighting, a lot of moves that he actually did on track. So I think it's completely deserved.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah, P6, and you can see the Swedes all bunched together there from P4 to P7, and I think they will all be wanting interviews. But how are we gonna do the interviews?
I think Silent and Hammer are definitely two of the ones that we need to interview.
Yeah.
Also, let's just go finish up the grid rundown here. We had Crystals in P8. Eddie, who also managed up to get P9 at the end, so a good result from him. Joel P10. Furious P11, NJJ in P12, Dixie in P13. So again, another suboptimal result after the Baku. Larson P14, Kinwin P15, X6P, who I think retired towards the end, P16. Zola P17, who had that disconnect. Neth, who retired towards the end, and Alexander, who retired himself, and Neon Race, who was the first retirement on lap 2.
What a race that was.
Yeah. 1 second, let me just switch to interview screen. As Wimpy says in chat, these guys are tier 1 pace. Should turn off assists and go try with the big boys. Yeah, probably they should. But they probably won't, sadly. Anyways, I'm just gonna drag Hammer in here without against his will.
Yeah, this is how we do it.
Hammer, I've dragged you in here for interviews against your will. You do not have a choice but to respond to our questions.
I don't know if I want to.
You have to. Like we said earlier, there is no choice.
Okay.
Well, actually, you know, I'll make it easy for you. What is your POV on that last turn? On the last.
Oh, no, that last turn was just frustration because he pushed me wide earlier. So he left me. I tried to overtake in the, the second right-hander, the long one.
Yeah.
And then he just left no room. I mean, he went to the inside fair, but then I expect I can take the outside. And I was alongside, and he just kept going out wider. And he said in chat he doesn't feel like he needed to leave me room, so I wasn't happy with that. So then I did indeed dive in the final corner, but not in a controlled way. Like I kept to the inside, and he just turned in. But yeah, I kind of expected that, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I was more frustrated by the move before.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most dangerous was when there was a guy. I think he tried to retire on the pit lane, and then he came out, and it wasn't a ghost while he was lapped, and I saw that at the last second. So we had to both go around, and I think Silent picked up damage from that.
Ooh.
But I had no choice. It was either drive into the AI and kill myself, or try to go around at the last minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you caught that, but
I think I might have. We've been on your guys' onboards for quite a lot of this race.
Yeah.
Also, that you know, when you've been in front of Silent for a lot of the race. How was you know, that ERS management when he overtook you? Did you feel like oh, it's cool, I can relax a bit more now, I can catch up on ERS?
I was actually driving relaxed the whole time because I think it was a really tactical battle. I tried to push once I got past him after the pit stop, but I couldn't get away. So I thought, okay, I let him overtake me and then I go for the final lap. But he took like 3 laps to overtake me, so I think he was playing a tactical battle as well. I didn't know he had wing damage, of course. So after that, I just chilled behind and was keeping an eye in the gap. Like if the others came too close, I would have made a pass again. But they didn't came close, so I tried the last lap, and everything has been said about that.
Yeah. And I mean, also one more thing, that your undercut, and then when he
leaving the pits, that battle there.
Oh yeah, I just got a bit stuck there. There wasn't really much I could do. Also because Zola was lagging very hard, so I couldn't predict where his car is. So I took a I took it cautious, and that basically denied my undercut.
Yeah,
So
I think it
yeah,
would have actually
that's what
worked
happened.
otherwise. Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah, but I mean, I didn't want to lose a wing to a guy who's lagging all over the place. So
yeah, that's completely reasonable. Um, One more thing. Next week you got Austria, a track well known for its penalties. Today you didn't pick up a single warning. How do you feel about going into that next week?
well, it's definitely harder to not pick up a warning on Austria. Also because I also have to drive a bit over my limit to follow the train there. I think it's not my best track. I like the track, but it's not my best track. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to get no penalties, but we'll try.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, still P2 offered a really good race today, a fun one to watch, and yeah, thank you for racing, and we'll be seeing you around.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So I'll move him back, and I'll move in here our race winner, Mr. Lance Stroll enthusiast. You don't have a choice. We are all Lance Stroll fans.
Yeah.
You have your race win, another one to your collection. How do you feel after that one?
It was a little frustrating. Mid race, it was actually pretty okay until I picked up the wing damage. So yeah, I was just sticking there doing my pace. I wasn't really trying to go for something ridiculous. And most of the race, I was just saving tires, trying to save ERS and play it safe. So
And playing it safe won you the race. And I just want to quickly ask, how is your heart? How's your heart rate?
well, I'm chilling. I'm just vibing.
Oh, okay. Because that was very intense for us. I think both me and Sanix lost one of our balls commentating the last lap. So yeah, thank you for giving us that entertainment. And
You're welcome.
closing the gap now on the hammer in the championship as well. So we must be overall very pleased with this race.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it was never over to begin with. I just had some poor luck in the races which weren't representative of the pace. So now he's seeing what I can do. So if he's scared of that, then I don't know what to say. But I've been here to fight since I started the last season. So if he's not getting away easy.
Yeah, I don't think he's scared. I think he's actually quite looking forward to it. To be honest.
I think we got a spicy fight on our hands.
Yeah,
here.
I think we're all looking forward to the battle here for the drivers' championship. So.
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, completely forgot what I wanted to ask.
I was just gonna say yes.
Yeah. You know, I'll hit you with the standard question while I try to remember what I wanted to ask. You got Austria next week. You had one warning today, I think. Austria, known for its penalties. I would like to honorably shout myself out for getting disqualified last season in Austria for picking up too many penalties. So how do you feel going into that one?
Not too bad. Austria has never really been a track that I'm horrible at or like too good at, but I enjoy the track, so yeah, I think it'll be nice.
Yeah, and I didn't remember what I wanted to say.
It's a little bit of a brain fart. That's fine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
unless Eddie not. I am
It
just
happens when
completely
you have
done.
such a battle at the
Unless
end and you
Kimmy
can't
has
keep up with
another
the battle.
question.
I don't really have another question. I guess the question is, when do you overtake the hammer in the championship?
We'll see in a couple races. Let's see whatever this quote unquote tactical game is that he played inside his head, because I wasn't playing any mind games during the race. So yeah, I just don't understand what that last lap was. That last sector. It was pretty stupid, but yeah, like just sending it into the last corner was a bit oblivious. Like that wasn't gonna happen. Unless you want to punt the guy out of the way, and just because you think you're superior or something, then that's different. Like an esports driver forcing it on somebody, some normal pleb, into the last corner, then you're getting real desperate there. So yeah, but I wasn't gonna play those games. It was still my corner, and I'm not gonna get scared because he dives. So yeah,
I think,
but I'm not here for mind games or tactics. I'm here to race clean. So I'm not here for last lap dives and bullshit like that.
And all right, well there you go.
I think that's it.
We have. If you guys were listening, Silent not here to play games. The Hammer here to play games. This is gonna be one very spicy battle throughout the season.
Luckily, we're playing the best game ever produced by Codemasters.
Yes.
F1 2020.
Exactly, very true.
Masters, big masters of code.
Yeah,
They-
the best game produced. Exactly.
They have mastered it all
They really have created ACC and made it into a masterpiece.
into F1 2020. Anyways, we're getting off the rails here. Thank you, Sadin, for coming in, and congrats on the race win. And yeah, we'll be seeing you around, I feel like. So, yeah, I will just politely move you out against your will. Bye bye.
Yes. Bye.
But
So it's him moved out of here against his will. And on that note, I think we can end the stream.
yeah, there's no one else. So that is. Thank you for watching, guys. And Sanix, do you want to take off?
Yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check the Tier 1 stream in around 40-ish minutes. Also in France, and if Tier 2 is something, it should be a good indicator of what the Tier 1 race can be. Considering a lot of these Tier 2 drivers are also Tier 1 pace, but with assists. So, yeah, make sure to look at Tier 1, and on that note, bye-bye. You need to say bye.
Oh, yeah, bye.
Okay.